Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, June 17th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I recognize and connect to the divinity of my soul passion. And today we've got some interesting astro going on. We have the moon finishing up in Scorpio, shifting into Sagittarius, taking us deeper into the energy of the full moon that we're building to. We have Venus shifting from Gemini into Cancer. And we also have the final connection between Saturn and Neptune, this square that we've been working on as we've been, working through this grand mutable cross energy. So I'm really going to start with this because I think this is kind of the peak of the energy that we're working on right now with Saturn and Neptune. Saturn, which represents, to me, most importantly, how are you showing up in the world? How are you showing up in regards to your purpose? Saturn can also be like limitations. It is master lessons, ultimately. Saturn comes into our life to show us where we need to show up and learn and do our due diligence, do our work. We have got Neptune, that square Neptune. Neptune recently retrograde, which takes us into the element of spirit in our lives. But what's also interesting about Neptune is Neptune can really bring us into illusion. And that's what really came in for this message through this transit is use your illusion. The Guns N' Roses album, Use Your Illusion, popped into my head. And I got the message, choose your illusion. What's your illusion? How can you get beyond your illusion? And what is reality anyway? Quantum physics says that we shape our individual reality and the world around us through the lens that we see the world through. And so we're all living, this individual kind of universal journey that connects into everybody else's universe. But it doesn't matter. You're never going to see anything the exact way somebody else does because we all have our own lens. It's all colored our own individual way from our past, from what we've learned, from what we feel, from what we think, from what we sense. We all get different information that helps us in our illusion. So the question through this is, what is your illusion and how are you showing up for it? Are you showing up in a way that is accurate to yourself, accurate to your soul? Are you showing up for yourself? Or are you showing up in a way that is riddled with the illusion of past beliefs? I've pulled this card a lot for this connection, this morality card, and I believe so many of us, all of us, in some way or another, have been filled with beliefs that the world is one way. And this connection is saying, it can be this way. Or you can work with this, transform it, and shift it. Use your illusion to use that lens to shift it into a way that is in alignment with your soul, how you came. So it's going to be this breaking through and from this tight energy of this is the way the world is, this is the way it always has been, and this is the way it always will be, to seeing the greater extent of the energy. And I just think, Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius is helping us look at all of our beliefs and shift it. Your reality is impacted by what you believe, what you think, what you feel, how you show up, what you talk about. So this is your chance to use your illusion, because all those things that I just mentioned are all part of your matrix. It's all part of your illusion. So this is your opportunity to really work with this. Use your illusion and shift it. So that's the message with that. Getting into the other stuff, we've got the moon connecting to Mars retrograde this morning to kick off the day. And the moon connecting to Mars retrograde is helping us connect into that soul energy, our primal energy that's wanting to be birthed and come up in and through us. It can be an intense feeling. The Scorpio energy, it has many levels. It can take us into the darkest dark. It can also take us into the lightest light. And I feel like we find our soul path somewhere in the middle of there, honoring those, those other parts, honoring the chaos of the soul, and meanwhile honoring the divinity of it. So it's not about avoiding those things that may feel hard in you. It's like, how is this urging me into the divinity of my passion, the divinity of my soul? Venus shifting into Cancer. So this is another thing. Venus is going to be finishing up at the 29th degree through the beginning part of the day. Venus is going to then shift into Cancer at 12:39 p.m. Pacific time. So for the first part of the day, as you're, using your illusion, as you're bringing up the passion within you and honoring your soul, talk some good love into yourself. Use the communication power of Gemini to shower some loving words on yourself. Venus in Cancer is a really interesting connection. I actually have the Empress card for Venus in Cancer. And this is a card, the creativity card. Venus in Cancer can be a beautiful time of creating art, allowing the creative energy to rise within you. It's also a really great time to nurture yourself, nurture your home, nurture your family. Venus loves to get into the worth of things. Venus loves the beauty of things. So this is, the time of year when Venus comes into Cancer where you may enjoy, rearranging your furniture, getting some new pillows, fluffing them up. It's so interesting because, it's summer, so people are going to be going on vacation. But while you are spending time at home, do things that make your home feel like a sanctuary for yourself. And that's part of coloring your world, to have a safe place that reflects you and feels like you. I've got to say, and since I've moved, up here with my mom, I don't think a lot of the house reflects me. But this section that you see when I record the horoscope, this is me. This reflects me. This part of my room makes me feel good. So Venus in Cancer, nurture your space so that you can nurture yourself. And that's going to just help with your worth process. The moon will then shift in the evening into Sagittarius. We're going to have some of the void moon time. That void moon time is a great time to just get into the matrix. The matrix keeps coming up in this reading. Get into this energy to use your illusion, shift your illusion. Moon in Sagittarius is building to this full moon, which is happening early on Monday morning. So really be present with whatever is surfacing as this lunar energy brings this up in us. It's, it's bringing it up and out, and it's helping us shift our beliefs. It's helping us come into a new level of freedom within ourselves. I really feel like the combination of these two cards is a new level of freedom, but it starts here. It starts within. So, I already showed you the cards. Just in case I didn't, intensity. I'm going to show you that one again. That can be the feeling too of the, moon connecting to Mars and then the moon as it builds into this full moon. So I'm going to show you that one again. But I've got this Rumi card. Oh, this Rumi card is so good. It's Blood Angel. And the poem is, in the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon, as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. This oracle of the Blood Angel comes to you with a particular message. You are being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, divine electricity circulating in your system. The Blood Angel understands that in this gift of greater life, which enables the soul to live more of its essence, becoming more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase of your sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for this new influx of energy. It's not about an exchange of equal measure, because you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. Be ready to endure sunset and the night, and become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life. That is your divine task now. Let's see. This oracle comes with a particular blessing of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or well, but seek to engage in new projects and practices that will stretch or challenge you. The Blood Angel brings you the blessings of whatever energy is required to expand into wherever life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy, so it may be brought to fulfillment. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken from the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. So, blood angel energy. We are being given the ability to move through these squares, to embrace our soul and bring it forward. Call on this energy. Call on Rumi. Call on your angels to help you bring forth this energy. I feel like all of you who are watching this resonate with me, and there's earth angel energy in this. There's light worker energy in this, and we all need to step up our light to another level to help other people who are struggling with the light and the darkness step into theirs. So, Rumi is reminding us we can do this, and together we are doing this, and it is how we are going to use our illusion to shift this energy, shift this planet a little bit more. So that's it for today. Have a beautiful day. If you booked a reading with me and you have not contacted me, you don't have to do your reading now, but contact me, let me know, and we can, say, I'm going to do this at a later time. But if you haven't heard from me, email me so that we can make sure that I know that you booked your reading, and we can get that taken care of. And if you haven't booked a reading, that is always available on the website, GaiaBlooming.com. So go check that out now, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.